The Ark of the Covenant is one of the most fascinating and mysterious objects in the Bible, central to the story of the Israelites and their relationship with God. Below is a story that weaves together the biblical accounts of the Ark, bringing to life its significance and the reverence it commanded. The story of the Ark of the Covenant. In the ancient days, when the children of Israel were wandering in the wilderness, God spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai. Amidst the thunder and lightning, God gave Moses detailed instructions for building a sacred chest that would serve as a physical manifestation of his covenant with Israel. This chest was to be known as the Ark of the Covenant. Crafted by the skilled hands of Bezalel, a master artisan chosen by God, the Ark was made of acacia wood, overlaid with pure gold inside and out. Its dimensions were precise: 2.5 cubits long, 1.5 cubits wide, and 1.5 cubits high. The Ark had 4 gold rings attached to its corners, through which poles were inserted, so that it could be carried without being touched directly. The top of the Ark, known as the mercy seat, was a solid gold slab, with 2 cherubim facing each other, their wings outstretched over the cover. God commanded that the Ark be placed in the innermost chamber of the tabernacle, the Holy of Holies. It would house the 2 stone tablets inscribed with the 10 Commandments, the very words of God given to Moses. Later, a pot of manna, the bread from heaven that sustained the Israelites in the wilderness, and Aaron's rod that had miraculously budded, were also placed inside the Ark. Wherever the Israelites journeyed, the Ark led the way, carried by the Levites, the priests chosen by God for this sacred duty. The Ark was a powerful symbol of God's presence among His people. When the Israelites crossed the Jordan River into the Promised Land, the waters parted before the Ark, allowing them to cross on dry ground. At the Battle of Jericho, the Ark was carried around the city for 7 days, and on the 7th day, when the priests blew their trumpets, the walls of Jericho crumbled to the ground. However, the Ark was not just a symbol of divine favor. It was also a reminder of God's holiness and the need for obedience. When the Israelites became careless and allowed the Ark to be captured by the Philistines, they suffered greatly. The Philistines, who placed the Ark in the temple of their god Dagon, soon found that their god could not stand before the God of Israel. Dagon's statue fell face down before the Ark, its head and hands broken off. The people of the Philistine cities where the Ark was taken were afflicted with plagues until they finally decided to return it to Israel. The Ark was placed in the house of Abinadab for many years, until King David decided to bring it to Jerusalem. The journey was fraught with danger, and when one of David's men, Uzzah, reached out to steady the Ark, he was struck down by God for his irreverence. This event reminded David and all of Israel that the Ark was not just a sacred object, but the very throne of the Almighty, to be treated with utmost reverence. Eventually, the Ark was brought to Jerusalem with great celebration. David danced before the Ark with all his might, and it was placed in a special tent. Later, when Solomon, David's son, built the magnificent temple in Jerusalem, the Ark was placed in the Holy of Holies, where it remained for centuries as the spiritual heart of the nation. Over time, the fate of the Ark became shrouded in mystery. Some say it was hidden before the Babylonians destroyed the temple, while others believe it was taken to a secret location, never to be found again. Yet, despite its disappearance, the Ark of the Covenant remains a powerful symbol of God's enduring presence and His covenant with His people. The Ark of the Covenant, though lost to history, continues to inspire awe and reverence. It reminds us of the holiness of God, the importance of obedience, and the deep relationship between God and those who seek to follow Him with all their heart.